Yeah, so somewhere. No, like I said, let's we go Boulevard. We go for like part of the strip and so. Yeah. So somewhere. No, I just use the stratosphere over here to go for like use it as like a reference point. Where to find the main spot at. But I say it's a very very long space. It's a big city. What's up? Yeah. With a low dense population, with like a low altitude space here, where like the cars don't meet too many hills. Yeah, on the space is up, but at the same time it's just like Utah. Yeah, they're surrounded by mountains. Yeah, now you already know who the main mountaineers were on the space. Yeah, digging tunnels through hills and all that stuff. That's what's up. Yeah, and then having back access to the woodland space here, and back into the boating system of the Europeans. Right. Right. No, so again, you can see again. So sometimes some of the old businesses will look like they're lost or like they're out of money and stuff. And sometimes that's not the truth. So, no, other time it's just like a old group of them that's just like gotten too old on the space and stuff. Yeah, but they get to maintain a financial line, a system over here. Yeah, that let them have cash on hand. Yeah, that's still compete with like some of the other groups over here. What's up? Because the main group you have to watch out for is the new investments, like the new groups that come through. Because they're always like the worst type of debt clubs that come through around the space side. Right. Because you have to remember when they put some of these investments together and stuff, they're still paying off investors within that system itself. So every time they have an inquiry, you have different groups over here that go off on like somewhat to look. Yeah, different inquiries. Yeah, from like different groups. No, but that's what they kill them and stuff like. Yeah, it's out their own hardware in the system. Because that was too much work. So that's why she offloaded it. Yeah, they offloaded it into a different sector. What's up? No, because I said they always have a choke point somewhere where like if someone it's impossible for like the other group to like someone bypass it. Yeah, so like I said, the winner, the house, the owner of the house over here, what's up? Yeah, has like some tricks on the side of it. What's up? But at the same time, they offloaded it intentionally. No, because they already predicted all that. They already knew what was gonna happen. They said you have to understand that back then. Yeah, see this dude over here that did this stuff over there? Not them over there, but that did the technology and that system over here from the 60s when they were going to like do their NASA stuff over there. What's up? Yeah, they were the ones over here that moved the manufacturing from all the system inside China. The spaces in there. What's up? And eventually they wanted to like somewhat press or printed the Western system by force. Yeah, by brutality inside the Asian sector over there. What's up? Because people don't know what the Asian sector is like. So yeah, because they're too sophisticated. Yeah, domesticated on the space side. Yeah. Yeah. So this one is called the atomic liquor. Yeah, because I said remember I told you that these were the dudes. They're doing the NASA system, all that stuff, on. And then down there, there's like the atomic center. Yeah, cause you see the mountain range that's around here, right? Yeah, most likely you got a mining group over here. who at the time was probably digging for like uranium. Yeah, for like Area 51. At the top of like engine, they had to go off and work. Most likely they're probably doing like airplane engines that's like powered up by nuclear reactors and all that stuff like that. So they're still revising it and rebuilding it. Because now they have the computational model and the computational power to go off and revise some of the old system as much as possible. Yeah, and they've been finning for the longest to go off and try to update most of the old hardware and the old system. Right. Nah, but these were the dudes here that wanted to like move most of the factories inside like Asia and China. So they printed it, but yeah, they pressed it, by force. So nah, in order to understand why they did that, you had to go down into like the Asian sector. Yeah, and then observe the Asian sector from the villages that they had, if at a different level of anthropology. Yeah, and then understand the history of that region itself when it comes to like unique species, especially the wars that they were having. Because you have to understand that some of these sectors will go off and carry off some of the most evil human beings on earth that live in the city with everybody else, but at the same time they control a military group. Yeah, that's able to go off and like kidnap people inside that city or that zone, and then be able to bring them inside of a black site inside the city itself, where they have their own underground bunkers and their own military base where they go off and torture the individuals themselves. Sometimes the worst of the military officers are like I don't know, some of the state mixing with like selling drugs, like a state drug law program. Yeah, or like they'll be like pedophiles, especially, and that those some of the worst crime on earth. Right. Nah, it was too one of these video games that's where it's like a minotaur, yeah, within a labyrinth. Yeah, that I caught one of the military groups on, especially on South. Yeah, because apparently people didn't know that in Palestine you have like a whole bunch of tunnels on the ground. Yeah, that they build on the space here, and then it matches the tunnels that we have on our border on the space up. Then eventually it matches the tunnels that they use in like the what's it called? The no, the not the Ottoman War over there. What's that? The other one over there. Yeah, that happened in Europe with like the Eastern monarch that got demolished by some of the Muslims. Yeah, we find some of the first wars that they had. And especially where they use people to go off and dig underground to then go off and be like mole people, but with bombs to then go off and blow up the castle from underneath its weak structure, where they would not expect people to go off and like dig underneath a structure, and then somewhat set explosive and then blow up the castle from underneath. Yeah, and then actually that somewhat separate a new game, or like a new defensive layer, a defensive system in the space. So yeah, I'm playing on these states over here, like Iran, the groups over here, that are like their own military states, that they privatize like unique torture methods and kidnappings. Yeah, individuals such as like Baghdadi, all that stuff like that. We have our own torturers inside the military itself on American space. But yeah. So we have them all, of course, especially. That's why they just learn to like somewhat talk a certain way, and then somewhat respect the other groups over here to try to be like them, and then eventually have their own community, have their own society and their own system. To go off and share common emotions and world plots. That's why it's like crazy stuff. Yeah, that's like batshit insane when you get to read about it. What's up? So, where am I at? This is 7-Eleven's right there. I got my 7-Eleven drink over here. And yeah, I got the Starbucks one over here. What's up? No, so I'm gonna have to like trace back and try to find a spot. Cause I don't want to go down there. I don't know where to find this where I was at. That's all. Yeah, but I'd rather just go off and take another path. It's just now I feel safe, but I just don't want to walk down there. For yeah, I don't know, man. I already seen this scenario like 1,000 times. Ahead in advance. It's so boring and dull to me. Yeah, I gotta take another path. The Matrix, man. So degenerate, like. So, yeah, like I said, Yeah, so right now I'm living in the United States. April 15th, 2026. Yeah, 14 more days to the first of the month. Yeah, as usual. Set for life, man. Yeah, especially the feds want that beef inside the cars. I'm open to go off and discuss the yeah, I want to know why is it that a woman that I don't even know will go off and participate into our own like coughing thing where they cough in front of me. Yeah, all because of the fact that a group of agents, I had a group of government people or contractors go off and follow me outside of work of a military base inside my private apartment over here, and then go off and look and expose to everybody around the world that I watch Ben Bros. Yeah, then all of a sudden, yeah, that rude ass bitch over here that I don't fucking know over here. What's up? Yeah, would then go off and tell me to shut the fuck up inside my own house on my own phone over here. She doesn't want me to talk privately because apparently her friend got offended by what I say, as if I invited them inside my own private phone. Yeah, so then eventually they do the coughing shit over here to try to go off and treat you like a hoe. Yeah, because that's what they do to other hoes on the space. That's how they treat other females. The females are sometimes pretty nasty amongst each other around the space, especially when it comes to looks. Oh my god, yeah. So someone with males don't bother with this shit because it's like too pussy like. That's all. Well, we're busy doing for the shit because especially the only time we meet someone that's like so feminine is when we deal with other niggas over here that like gay. So just yeah, they come to with a female attitude while they mix it up with the male. Yeah, so it's up to you over there to have enough experience as a male to know exactly what type of personality or enemies you're dealing with based off like their background or what they might be into. Yeah, around the special because I said once the male come to and you try to throw a shit that's it's like a feminine in them as well, you don't understand that's come from like people that do like drag shows and stuff, and so you have the hyper feminine male. Yeah, that's like the male unicorn. Yeah, it's my all alter ego that come down and like dance on top of your ass. What's up? Well, I don't know, man. Many dudes like someone ignore that nigga or stuff like that. That was until that nigga was like stealing the girls. Yeah, and like a music competition, a dance competition on the space. Yeah, he was robbing their hoes to like music shit. Sometime on like the gymnast floor on the ice skating space here. They didn't know they had so many gay niggas that are doing many shit over here. That was some making the girlfriend go like, wow, I won't go off like be a fan of this over here. I'll go off like be a student. Yeah, so by the time, yeah, the dude will go off and release a secret like, yo, I just want to be, I don't know, explore this stuff over there, or she. And then next thing you know, that dude was exploring the girlfriend and the wives on the side, or vice versa. She was doing it. Yeah. Well, I said many of my brethren over here let the God down. Yeah, around so much, and then by the time they woke up over there, the kung fu happened so quickly. Yeah, that so many of them go to inside the mental asylum. Yeah, almost killed their entire family on the space area just for getting an STD or something like that. Yeah, that's life, man. Well, I don't know, man. By the time they caught me with that program and that virus itself, apparently I was so prepared for it that by the time the virus came to inside my head over here, yeah, it couldn't even believe that I could go off on like a flick images that it was sending to my head over here. That was like thumbs down to thumbs up, but sheer force will inside my head over here. As a black person, that was like, yo, yeah, as a descendant of the black slave empire over here, I thought, don't ever let I don't know whichever computer group over here that's playing God inside my head. Yeah, ever tell me shit that's straight to like low self-esteem, make me doubt myself, and then go off and make me think that I'm like a simp around the space or something, and they get me to kill myself or go off and like I try to like, yeah, put my head down in the process. I was like, oh my god, yeah, I'm glad I'm the one over here that up being the bin in your story. Yeah. Oh no, man. Let me go off and finish my project on my system over here. So, you know how annoying it is to always get to see somebody go off and like be inside your finance. Every single time they all inside your pennies over here. So, by the time you have your finance figured out, you already have shit down, of course, especially you already know that you don't care about whether or not you sleep in the streets or if you're not sleeping in the streets or something. Yeah, they take care of your business. The same person over here that's going off to break shit down for you. Yeah, some are sabotaging your money around the space here. They try to throw pennies in front of you. Yeah, as an act of charity, so you go off and feel good that it did an act of charity in front of his friend over here. He fed the dog. Yeah, I must be good and holy while I go off and like stab his tire over here. I said, fucking psychos. I said, I cannot wait to like, yeah, choke all the shit out of this shit over here. Let's have a fucking class in America and slap the shit out of it and ask it what was its point the entire time. What was your fucking point? Yeah, here I am back inside the fucking United States after 4 fucking years of like being bothered by fucking retarded degenerate Americans. Yeah, well, I'm a fucking overseas over here being embarrassing inside my fucking story over here by being embarrassing. Yeah, so somewhere here I'm back inside the fucking United States. No handcuffs, no fucking case, nothing. I said, way to waste my fucking time, government.